You're on a video or a Skype call, and I wonder what your preference is. Do you like the video on or off? Well, there's plenty of research that suggests why the video being on is great. But this week, I've got 3 reasons why, if you prefer to turn it off, you can justify it based on psychological research. My name is Jonathan Bradshaw, and welcome to this week's Metology Minute. Right, first off, let me be clear, I will always have the video on. I think that's the best thing to do. But there are some people, the research, that suggests that there are benefits of turning it off. And the first one comes from a column I read on Psychology Today back in April from Sherman PhD. He reminded any reader reading his column that when it came to talent competitions, when it comes to musical ability, certainly I've seen this in the UK, these days they ask them to play from behind a curtain. They don't want their unconscious bias, the judge's unconscious bias when it comes to how these people look, to sway their opinion of the music. So you could argue quite well, as he does, that not having the ability to see somebody can stop you being biased, your unconscious bias coming into play. So a really important point. Number 2, he also argues that you can have overstimulation when it comes to verbal communication. You again can look at people and perhaps misconstrue a raise in the eyebrow or a sigh or their arms being crossed. It rules all that out. It sort of less is more in that sense. So that can be a good thing too. And that point relates to my point of number 3, which I mentioned on a Metology Minute a couple of years ago. It was research that showed that if you wanted to guess someone's emotion, the best thing to do was not to look at their face, but listen to their voice. Meeting in a dark room in this experiment led people to rate the emotional state other people were in far more accurately. So there are some benefits. Again, it's not what I do, but if you have other people doing it and you get frustrated, remember their perspective. They just might not feel confident, and there might be some benefits from them doing that too, not having a video camera. Keep Zooming, keep Skyping, stay safe wherever you are in the world. I'll see you in a week's time for another Metology Minute. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.